So just to be sure, on line 10 we'll add something. We'll simply trace the list, the entire list. If we type trace list, it will trace all objects separated by a comma, and we'll do the same on line 20 to see the difference, or 21. So if we test this, as you can see,
I have a syntax error on line.
okay, because it's put a number like 2, yeah, 1, 2.
Okay.
So if you test that, the first thing, move a little bit your code, your code window to see the trace. Okay, so first of all, it's tracing everything. So L world 25, the object, and turtle. After that, it's tracing the first object 25, and then we have removed 2 objects starting at position 1. So it's the 25 and the movie clip object. So there's only L world and turtle left.
Hmm. So yeah, I understand.
Okay, finally, okay, we can, yeah, just a last one. We can add object in at a position, because when we use the push function, it always adds the objects at the end of the array, but maybe we want to put an object in at a certain place in the array. So it's the same function. It's list.splice. So for example, if we want to, now we have only L world and turtle. Turtle is at position 1. So if you want to add something just before turtle, like between Hello World and turtle, we'll splice at position 1, which is the turtle position. We want to remove 0 object, and the third parameter will be the object that we want to add. So you can put them into a no, like that, like chips. So I will add a string.
Doritos.
So it will add at position 1 the object chips, and it will remove 0 object. So just after that, we'll trace the list again to see the difference. So chips should be between Hello World and turtle. Oh yeah, and just to show you, there's a lot of other functions. If you go on the internet, I will show it to you there. There's a lot of things that you can find. Like if I type AS3 for action script tree, and then like array, the first thing that I'm going to find is the Adobe help about array. So if I click like on that, I'm going to find everything about arrays. So what is an array, examples, and then after that there are all the properties. So properties, there is the length that I haven't talked to you about, and after that all functions. So you can find like push is there with the definition, reverse, invert the order of the objects, slice, sort, splice. So they're all there. So maybe and you can do that with everything. Same thing for numbers, string, for a test object, for add event listener. It's very useful when you are alone, and usually at the bottom of every page there are always examples that you can use. So it's super useful. Okay, so if we go back to our code, I will simply finish with the length property. So to know, no. Okay, to know how many objects contains an array, we use length, so trace list
It's
dot
a contain.
contains. Why?
How many objects contain an array? Because you already did a plural on objects.
No, I know, but contains is a verb. It's like an array contains 5 objects. No, so
Well, you know,
okay, there are
I just
rules.
will not explain it clearly.
Okay, so it contains.
How many objects contain an array? Because it's an array.
No, I know it's not plurals, but I mean it's like when you conjugate verbs at the third person, you have to add an s because Mary contains something.
Yeah, but if you say it doesn't make any sense. That's it.
Okay, okay. So when the verb is before the subject, I start to think that I don't have to put an s, make it move. Oh no,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
but,
No, it's not the
but
same.
that's like there might be some exceptions sometimes.
Okay,
Like
anyway, I'll try
not
to
not
remember.
everything will be like that. Maybe just that.
I mean, if I was telling like how many teachers teaches an array, would it be teaches or
It would be
teach?
teach.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, it's a list dot length that gives you the number of object that contains the array. So
Yes, dot length. Whoops, where did I from?
it's th.
Okay,
So if we test that,
free.
3. Okay. And let's suppose that you don't know how many objects are in your array, but you want to display the last object of the array. I would type list open bracket, and what would I type there if I don't know how many object is in the array and I want the last one?
Uh, it would be not sure.
It's with the list dot length. If if we want the last object, it will be list dot length. But if we do that, it will give us undefined, because you have to remember that the first element of an array is not 1, it's 0. So that's why we have to add -1, because even if our array has 3 elements, the third one is at position 2. So always the length of an array -1. So this is the last element. Yeah, and close the parentheses. That's the way you have to come. So that's enough for array. Arrays alone are not that good, but with for loops, everything makes sense. So we'll create another program which will be for loops, and then will combine both of them. So, oh no, yeah, we'll use the same, in fact, just forget that. Okay, okay. Okay, make